I'm Coach Cory Minjarez, and I got next.
You next up and you ain't been on Sports Like Talk. Like, what are you doing? Hey, you better hit him up. Look, you breaking next and you up next. Kings and queens go hard. Rise and star on the big scene. Make them know who you are. You don't break a sweat. Don't settle for less. They put you through that test. Your resume that flex. Who got next? Who got next? SLT, ready, set, go. Who got next? Who got next? Living my dreams and all your goals. Who got next? Who got next? You can ask B. Jones or head coach. Who got next? Who got next? You next up, so here's my vote. Chill.
Oh, yeah. SLT Nation. Welcome back to another fire episode of Sports Life Talks. You got next. This is a platform that gives exposure to the voices of tomorrow. That's right, KT and I. We are combing this country and we are finding rising sensations, superstars in our communities who are doing big things and accomplishing big dreams. And today we got a special one for you as the clock ticks closer to the new year. We brought y'all one of the dopest coaches, one of the youngest head coaches at the time in the game. And that's right, she is doing big things and accomplishing big dreams. 8 years in this business, ladies and gentlemen, former York College or a university alumni who is now back living out her dreams at the university. Blue, Panther Blue, let's go. Make some noise for one of your very own, Cory Minjarez. Did I say that right?
Yes, you did.
All right, because I've been practicing all day long.
You're killing it.
And I was nervous. I was a little nervous about that one. Hey, York University, welcome to the show. Welcome to Sports Life Talk. I am your host, the mouth of the South B. Jones, the OG, all things Louisiana. Put your L's up. Mr. Yeet is in the building, and I'm riding alongside my brother from another mother, the other side of the logo, the Quiet Storm. The head coach, KT. Kev, I see you. You got the memo. We supposed to win the company colors today, baby. Blue all the way.
I was reprimanded backstage for just having SLT colors on, so I had to go and change to Panther Blue, like you said, B. Jones. But hey, you got a dope coach on here, man. Let's turn up. This is our first time being in Nebraska, right?
Yeah, I think so. I don't think we've ever been in Nebraska. So
we got to show up in Nebraska so we can get more people to come, B. Jones. So let's go. Let's turn up.
We cashing necks and snapping necks today. So, all right, this is what we need to do, Coach. Before we get this mission, before we tell them how popping y'all doing it up there at York, we need you to take your right hand, okay, Coach? And we need you to reach over your left shoulder. And we need you to grab that buckle and pull that strap down and buckle up because we're about to take y'all on a ride. That's right. We are a few days left in 2023, and the year has been a blessing. Season 3 went by like a blur, Kevin. I'm talking about the fastest 180 shows that we've ever done, but we worked hard, and we're going to keep working hard, and we're going to stand on that. But we need your help, Panther Nation. We need you to help us take 2024 by storm. And we need you to join on this mission and be great with us. On the count of 3, I'm going to do a lot of hooting and hollering, but I need y'all to do the podcast Trinity. That's right. Y'all know what the big 3 is. We need you to subscribe, hit that subscribe button, become a part of our family. We need you to hit that like button so this show can just bubble up in the algorithm all the way to the top. And number 3, sharing is caring. It's holiday season. If you didn't get somebody something for Christmas, guess what? Give them this right here, the gift that'll keep giving. Coach, is York University going to rock with us? Are we finna go?
Absolutely.
Are we finna make some noise?
Absolutely, yes.
All right, let's do it like we true to it, 10 toes down. Let's go. 1, 2, 3. Boo! It's a party, it's a party, it's a party. Man, that's my favorite part of the show, KT. We got all these new family members, and that's right. If you did any of those three, we want to say welcome you to the Sports Life Talk family. We don't do fans. We don't do followers. We do family around here. So if you did anything to help us to take this cause and help us to move this mountain, you are officially family to us. So what I want you to do is throw us a basketball emoji in the chat. Let us know you did one of those three awesome things, and we want to just reach out to you and just say thank you. That's all it is. That's all we want to do. All right, Coach. I know the season has already kicked off. I know y'all in mid-swing up there in Nebraska, and we about to learn something other than Cornhuskers today. We're going to talk about these Panthers, but before we do that, Coach, we got to get you to cross the burning sands. You ready for the Sports Life Talk Initiation?
Ready.
All right, Coach, to initiate you into the SLT family, you got to give us your top 5 music artists.
Okay, top 5. Really, number 1 is Blast. After that, it's a toss-up for a lot of other artists, but I'd say Drake, Brent Faiyaz, Rod Wave, and DaBaby. Top 5.
Who's Blast, though?
You never heard of him? You've heard of him before. They've seen him before.
Oh, man.
It's spelled differently. It's not spelled like.
It's okay. It's
like with a dollar sign, right?
BLX. Yep. ST. Yep.
Hey, Coach, sing that song. Sing your favorite Blast song for us.
Oh, no. I'm not a singer. I will play it for you. One thing I can't do, I know my lane. It's not to sing. I listen. I listen very well.
Well, Kevin, she got some heat on that list, man. She brought us some headers. What you gonna give her, man?
Coach, we like to rank everybody's top 5, and the highest you can get is 5. But there's no way I'm going to give you anything less than 5. I'll give you anything less than 10. So she's been a head coach for how many years, B. Jones?
6 years.
6, but she's been coaching for 8. You know, let's give her 15 for a top 5. Yeah, okay. For the youngest, we're going to give her 15.
Perfect.
All right, Coach. So who is your favorite superhero and why?
You know, I could go easily cliche and be like Wonder Woman because she's a female and she's killing it. But really, I mean, I always think the Flash is pretty cool just because he's super fast. I was super fast as an athlete, so I'm going to just say Flash. But superhero, that's a tough one. We're going to go with the Flash, though, because he's fast.
Yeah, he is. And she said that she ran the 100 and 200, B. Jones. She said anything after that, she was out. Because, I mean,
hey, Coach, you were running the 100 and the 200?
Yes, sir.
Oh, you got some spring in them legs, though. Yeah, you got some calves over there. I'm about to check you out, Coach.
Yes, sir.
All right, Coach. We asked the superhero question because we consider every coach that comes on here to be a superhero. With that said, with that said, what would your theme song be?
Okay, I guess I'm gonna put you on with blast music, but my song that's been kind of more my theme song right now is "On My Way" by Blast. He says a lot of good things in that song. A lot of it, he's talking about started from nothing, going to something, but he's still on his way. So I think it's my theme song because I'm young, I'm doing good things, but I'm still on my way with a lot of different avenues, basketball, everything. So I'm still on my way. Definitely.
Coach, you know what? On my way kind of sound like you got next. You know what I'm saying? I think that you up next, Coach. That's all you trying to tell them.
Basically, see.
All right, Coach. What is something that basketball has taught you that you can use when you're not on the court?
I'm going to say two different things because as a coach, it's one thing. As a player, it's another thing. But definitely as a player, basketball has taught me that the amount of self-discipline you have to have in order to be great is by far the most important thing. As a basketball player, if I want to be good, I can't just talk about it. I can't just say I'm going to get shots up. I have to get my butt up, get to the gym, get the shots in, and don't just shoot it just to shoot it, and don't just be there just to be there. Actually do it until I can't get it wrong. So the amount of self-discipline you have to be a really good player is something that I take with me off the court. If I want to do anything, how I do one thing, it's how I do everything. The amount of self-discipline I have in order to do anything I want is a huge thing as a player that I took away from the game. And then as a coach, one thing that the game has really taught me is how to not react to everything. As a coach, as much as I want to throw something all the time or control what my players are doing or, get another technical from an official, if I just learn how to not be so reactive to things and to really be patient within a lot of calls that don't go my way, players that make a mistake, it helps me, but it ultimately helps those around me to not just react to everything. So a long way to say controlling my emotions. Definitely as a coach, that's something the game has taught me.
Now, Coach, we're not going to let you just gloss over the whole tech thing. So how many tech classes have you gotten?
Man, woo! First year as a head coach, seven. I know. Seven. But who's counting?
Yeah, who's counting? Goodness, Coach. Hey, but you ain't get ejected though, did you?
No.
Okay, you stopped after the first. Okay, so 7 different games you got teed up. Were they justified though? Because sometimes it's a justifiable tee and sometimes it's a tantrum tee. Which ones were you getting?
I will say 4 of them definitely I deserved it. Like, Coach, I need to chill out. Like, just control your emotions, get it together, figure it out. Stop reacting to every single thing. The world's not out to get you. The other ones, still to this day, no. No, this is those ones.
You file an appeal?
No. But then, so 7 was my first year. 4 was my second year. I got 1 the next year because if my assistant gets 1, it goes to me. After that, I haven't gotten a technical since. So,
but this is the king of techs right here. This
right
dude
here.
over here.
Oh,
I'll tell you my tech story later on. It was horrible. It was the worst tech that you can ever get.
I'm giving him a tech right now.
All right, Coach. So B and I, we're going to produce a movie centered around you. The one thing we're missing is a lead actress. Who should we get to play you in the story of your life?
I'm going to say, man, there's a few actresses I would say just because I think they're gorgeous and, I would love to have a beautiful actress play me. And I will say Selena Gomez. Multiple reasons. We're around the same age. And she's a very compassionate, positive person. She's gorgeous. She's smart. She's she just is somebody who her reputation is just so respectable in every avenue. And she's very honest with how she feels. So I think that's somebody, those characteristics is what I try to strive to be in my life. So to have her play me would be, that'd be awesome.
All right, so this is probably the most important question we're going to ask you during this initiation. Okay, Coach?
Got it.
B. Jones and I, we love to travel, and when we travel, we got to eat. So when we make it to Nebraska to come check y'all out, what's that one food spot you're going to recommend, and what's your go-to meal there?
Okay, 2 different places. If you're coming to York, we're in a small town. So we have a Mexican restaurant. It's called La Cocina. You get there, you have to get Tacos Miguel. It's a combination of a few different types of meat. I love tacos. So definitely La Cocina, Tacos Miguel. If we're going to Lincoln, bigger city, I would definitely say Honest Abe's because they have really good burgers there. Like really just, I just don't think of Nebraska and good burgers. So Honest Abe's if we're in Lincoln.
Siri, how far are we from Nebraska, from York University? Goodness, we on our way, Coach. I'm coming.
Yeah, that sounds amazing. All right, now it's time for the You Got Next offering. We're passing our collection plates around and asking you to hit that subscribe button. Make sure you like this video, leave us your top 5 music artists, your theme song, and your favorite superhero in the comments. And finally, go to our website, SLTUGotNext.com to learn more about us and other You Got Next family members. Now allow me to turn over to B as we learn more about our newest family member, our play cousin, Coach Cory Minjarez. I should just kept it with Coach Cory, but B. Joe, either way, take it away,
I'm not gonna say it no more neither. I got nothing.
We'll keep it Coach Cory. Coach Cory. I get that a lot.
Can we call you Coach Cory?
Yes, you can.
All right, that's awesome, Coach. Well, we appreciate you coming on the show. What was your nickname when you was on the floor, though? I want to call you what your hooping nickname was. Miss 1,000 points in a season. Come on, what was the hooping nickname?
It was just Cory. I don't know what other teams called me, but it was just Cory.
We're going to call you Flash Cory. Flash Cory in the building. Welcome to the show, Coach. We super excited about having you on here. We told y'all we was going to load up the end of this year with some bangers, with some pure heat, and we have not left any stone unturned in bringing y'all some amazing guests. And this is going to be a sensational story, Cory. Coach, I'm excited about this one myself because you very rarely get to see people go and dominate, hold the records, and then come back and hold the crown and be the ultimate decision maker for that program, one that they help build off of their playing capabilities. But before we get to your tutelage at York as the coach, we got to talk about how you fell in love with the game of basketball, Coach.
Okay. How I fell in love with the game, it started at a really young age. My sister might be a little mad, but I saw her play and I wanted to play. My best friends played when we were little. We were in 3rd grade when I started. And my sister, one of my older sisters were doing it. And I was like, well, let me just try it. Why not? And I fell in love with it because I was good at it. I think every hooper at some point in their life is going to say I was that tomboy. I was the one that playing sports, then playing or doing something as other things that little girls do, I guess. I don't know. But I always played sports. I was always in PE, super excited. Basketball was one of those things that was just came natural. And I had fun with it because my friends were doing it. I saw my older sister do it. So I'm like, let me try it. Now she fell off and she didn't stick with it because it wasn't her thing. And she knows that. We talk about it, laugh about it all the time. But it turned into my thing. And a huge reason is my friends. But I had some great coaches. And when you talk about 3rd grade, however old I was, 4th grade, and you get a good coach that can really already strike the fear of get this right. And at the same time, I'm hard on you because I love you and you can do it. Oh, I mean, that's a recipe for greatness at such a young age. So that's how I fell in love with it. Tried it, and I liked it.
Well, I tell you what, I was ignorant to what was popping out there in El Paso, Coach, but I got put on game this past year about how amazing the hoops is in El Paso. I think right now they got the 4A state champions. La Vega come out of that area. They got Aaliyah Chavez. She is what's okay, T? La Vega's, they say that was close to
in West Texas. It's in West Texas. Yeah. It's in West Texas. So El Paso's all West Texas.
Yeah, that's all they play is El Paso teams. Yeah.
You're correct. Yep.
In Monterey. Why are you shaking your head no there, KT? And Monterey is out there way that's got the number 1 player in 2025 is in that West Texas market. So now I'm a believer. So now I'm all over. So then when I come to see you do your thing, I'm like, Coach Cory must have been applying a lot of pressure to some opposing teams. So when did you realize you were kind of different with this thing, Flash?
Oh, I think it was my freshman year of high school because, again, younger age, elementary school, everybody plays, everybody does good. You don't really remember a lot of different things. You remember you're playing, but so is everybody else. And middle school, same thing. They say things about, this, you had this many points or you had this many points, but everybody plays everything. So although it was fun and I was, doing well, it's just kind of that let's start separating once we get to high school. I made varsity as a freshman, and I know I was starting to become a little bit better when my high school head coach, I love her to death. One of the reasons I was on varsity was because she straight told me, we have these other girls ahead of you. So if they don't pan out and if they don't get eligible, we'll put you on varsity.
Wow.
For whatever reason, that like struck a nerve. Yeah. So whatever reason, I struck a nerve, and it just elevated this different level of, okay. All right. I proved myself on that with my coach. It led me to be the top freshman in the city that year. So
wow.
They do a newcomer of the year, and I got that award when I was a freshman. So at that point, I was like, okay, I guess I could do some things.
I'm balling. I'm out here balling in this thing.
I guess so. I don't know.
I got some juice. I might be able to take this thing. So we asked that. We talk about superheroes a lot. And when me and KT, we were kind of like, hey, how do we want to present the show? We want to make it fun. We started thinking about the whole superhero thing, but it started really becoming relevant when we started talking about these stories. And your story, I didn't even know about the slight you got as a freshman, but you had to earn it the hard way, Coach. You had to come about and grow up. You started at a community college, and then you transferred on up to a 4-year university. And to me, that just says something about people, right? Because a lot of people, we talk to kids all day long, and they're like, I want to go D1, and I want to go P5. And I'm like, okay, but will you get on the floor? If you were playing at those schools, would you really get a true, honest opportunity to showcase your skills and develop and become the player that you're supposed to be? And you took that route, which takes a lot of courage, Coach. What was that like going into the transfer portal? I mean, I guess the portal wasn't around in 2013, but still transferring, that's a big deal, ain't it?
It's a big deal, and especially when you think about now and how it's a little easier now, because with Twitter, Instagram, I mean, I can pull out my Twitter right now and find 10 recruits real quick. So that wasn't as big when I was a junior college player, even when I was in high school. So definitely it was a grind. And if anybody knows JUCO life, we say JUCO life because it's different. So
last chance you, Coach.
Yeah, you either make it or you don't. You figure out real quick, is this for me or is this ain't for me? So it was a bit of a challenge, especially just different experiences I had at my JUCO. Some mistakes I did. It's just a dumb young player, just person. Some just disagreements, or especially looking back now, being a head coach, just some things I might have not agreed with how stuff was going down, but ultimately I figured it out. If I wanted to keep going, I knew I had to do it, so I figured it out.
Did you realize when you got to the 4-year university that you was going to be able to bust heads? I mean, because you came in and you set the world on fire, Coach. I'm talking about you scoring the most points in the season that this school has ever seen, most assists, most steals. I mean, you just are piling on the accolades and the accomplishments in a 2-year span that I guess, I don't know if York University has seen anything since you, but you brought a whole new flavor to the university when you jumped on ships. I mean, did you expect to have that kind of success?
I expect things out of myself before I ask anything of my teammates. I have to do it. I have to, if I'm gonna say anything that comes out of my mouth, I have to first do it. I have to first walk the walk, talk the talk, run the run, shoot the shots, and then be able to say anything. So when you say, if I was expecting it, I hold myself to a high standard, so I was definitely expecting me to be a good player and to do good things. But to the magnitude of what I did do at times, I don't think so always.
And Coach is gonna see this. So what was that transition like from being a rock star? You the dopest hooper on campus. They looking at you like, oh, we got Flash Cory. We gonna win. But now that your ball stopped bouncing and you had to you transition into a coach. And then on top of that, ladies and gentlemen, in 2018, at the age of 24 years old, coach. I don't know if I would have had the courage to hire you at 24 to be the head coach. You pulled off a massive miracle, and you was able to go in, interview, and land the job of your dreams. Now you're coaching at your alumni. Walk us through that decision to become a coach and how sweet it was to get that phone call from York University that they want you to come back home.
Yeah, so my decision to be a head coach to be a coach started at a young age. It started when I was in 6th grade, and it was there because my WNBA dreams were shot at that age. So I had a teacher. I will never forget this. Gave a beautiful presentation about why I'm going to be a WNBA player, and he let me know. You know what? You're 5'5". You're not really what you just described in that paper. I didn't take it personally. I took it as maybe you know something I don't. But a few days later, I went to my coach when I was in 6th grade, and I was like, hey, if I don't make it as a professional, what can I do? She's like, well, you can coach. I'm like, perfect. I'm a coach because I want to stay a part of the game. So at a young age, I knew I was going to coach. Then proceeding to high school, great mentors, great coaches that said, hey, get to college. You could get a scholarship for this. I had no idea you could do that. Get a scholarship, go get your teaching degree, come back, be a teacher and coach. Bam. So I had my mind made up at a young age. So now
So this was already the path was all, you had already mentally visualized what this path was going to look like to get to. So when you got the call at the age of 24, this was not a surprise to you. This was what you had been cooking up and scheming on since you was in the 6th grade.
Exactly. And when you talk about the college level, that I didn't know that one. Again, my plan was to go back home, teach, coach, get girls like me to go on to live life, figure it out, do something else outside of their hometown. Home's always going to be there. You could go experience life, come back, experience new, and grow the next generation. So at the college level, I didn't expect that at all. So at my end of my bachelor, when I was getting my bachelor degree and I was going to go back home, my head coach was like, hey, we're going to start this graduate assistant program, and I need an assistant. And I was student coaching at the time because COVID wasn't a thing then. I had to finish school in 5 years. I didn't get that extra plane. So he told me, hey, you stick around, be my assistant. I want to go up to the athletic directing role at some point, so I'll help you out. Let's me and you run this. So I was like, I took a risk, or I took a chance to get to York. I thought, I'm only 22, 23 at the time. Let me stay another year and a half. Let me figure it out. So at 24, he's moving on. Then they're like, let's interview Cory. She's already a part of this program. She already knows the stuff. She does a good job. She knows how to recruit. So let's take a chance on this 24-year-old, which not a lot of people do. And I don't blame them. Not a lot of people do that.
Nah, they made the right call, coach. They hit a home run in this one. So how do you transfer that emotion to these young ladies, 18, 19, 20-year-olds, how much this really means to you? Because at the end of the day, like I'm an LSU fan, you know what I mean? And if LSU loses, I'm not gonna lose no sleep. But you on a different level with this. I mean, like you are part of the fabric. You are literally ingrained into York University, eat, sleep, and breathe it. Like, how much passion is being exuded to these youngsters on a day-to-day basis?
I mean, I take pride in everything that I do. I was raised in an environment where you had to be prideful of everything. I rep my hometown everywhere I go. It's funny, everybody here at York in Nebraska that I hang out with, talk to, they all know where I'm from. They all know the area code 915. They all know it. So it's just an example of I'm prideful. Like, I don't think that's a bad thing to be. Like, I'm proud of my time that I was here. So I'm going to be proud about anything I put my hands on. So I try to transfer that energy to them to be like, hey, it doesn't matter where you could have been, where you should have been, where you thought, whatever it might be, you're here now. And you're putting the jersey on and it says Panthers across your chest. That means something. And if it doesn't mean anything off like a surface level, it does. And once you get that, like once you really truly understand, like, hey, I'm a Panther, I'm a rep it, then a lot of more things are just going to come your way. You know, again, Panthers across the chest. You play for the people in your heart. The name on the back, like, to be a Panther is really, really important to me. So I make sure I bring in players that have that sense of good sense of work ethic and good sense of no matter what I do, I'm a bust my butt for it, and I'm going to just give it everything I got. So that, again, that transfer of energy for me is really easy because I was raised in that type of environment to be prideful. And I'm blessed to have a team that allows me to be who I am because I allow them to be who they are. So it works really, really well.
All right, Coach. Welcome to the championship rounds. This is the part of the show where KT and I, we compete. We go one-on-one, and you are now officially calling all the shots. That's what I'm telling y'all. I'm about to turn up the intensity here as well. Coach, have you ever played a game called Would You Rather before?
Yes, I have.
All right, so rules are super simple, Sports Life Talk Nation. We're going to keep it very easy. Both KT and I are about to offer up a very complex suite of situations or probabilities that we think Coach would like. Whichever one of those options Coach selects, that host will get a point. The first host to get 2 points or the best out of 3 will win this episode's game of championship rounds. And we don't keep score because we go back and forth all year long. But I do know one thing. I am number 1. 3 is not a winner, and 2 nobody
remembers.
Yeah, I'm the champ right now. I'm the champ. Look at me. I'm the captain now. All right, KT. Are you ready? Let's go. Round number 1. Coach, would you rather get the opportunity to be a head coach in the WNBA and you coached there for 30 plus years, win rings, get your name hung up in the Raptors, and go down as a Hall of Fame coach for that franchise, or
coach a player that needed guidance because no one gave them a chance? They make it to the Basketball Hall of Fame, and in their speech tells you they wouldn't be there without your love and guidance.
Pressure.
Man, you know, not so much because of the speech at the end, but definitely I want to make a difference on a personal side with coaching. I mean, that's why I'm at a small school. I get the freedom to do that. Now the WNBA, that'd be amazing. Every coach wants to be every coach wants everyone to remember their name. However, you know, you're always going to remember how you made someone feel. So definitely second one.
I can't be mad. You defended it.
My work on my job.
Yeah, you defended it pretty well. But let me go ahead and call the Phoenix Mercury and tell them we're not going to interview. All right, Coach. Round number 2.
Okay.
Would you rather host a food show where you get to explore the delicious dishes from around the world for Hulu Sports, where you get to interview other college coaches and, you know, pick their brains while eating at their favorite places to eat in the towns that they play in or coach in, or
would you rather me get on the phone and call up Netflix and we're going to have a documentary focused right there on York University? We're going to see the practices. We're going to see the film sessions. We're going to follow the top players, your coaching staff, and we're going to tell them that Panther story game by game and how you guys respond between the whistles and this incredible journey.
Not even a call up Netflix, because I think York University, there's just something special happening here. I mean, I've been here for 10 years and lived my entire 20s here. So that says one thing. But 2, like, man, I want everyone to know about my team, my ladies. Like, they are just so, there's so many different personalities in there, and they're just special, and there's God's working on our campus. So I want more people to know about York because it's a special place. So call up Netflix right now.
Well, I ain't gonna call Phoenix, but I'm gonna be calling up Netflix. So we're gonna get some things cooking for real. All right, Coach. Well, round number 3 is the tiebreaker. I don't know how we get this way. It's almost like this was the way God wanted us to do this thing. But hey, we're about to make history, Coach. For the last round, we don't do any more options. So without you knowing it, KT and I are huge sneakerheads. We both love tennis. As a matter of fact, we go live every Wednesday night at 8 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time. So each of dinners early on Wednesday night. We have a really good time. We talk about pop culture, music, entertainment, TV shows. My segment is The Drop. And in The Drop, I'm talking about all these new sneakers that are coming out that everybody need to go run to the stores and purchase. But over the past 5 years, our collection has gotten pretty ridiculous between KT and I. So, without you knowing it, we decided to pick a pair of sneakers out of our collection that we think represents you and York University, okay? So, on the count of 3, we're going to get you to say, hold that sneaker, and we're going to show you the heat that we brought to the show. And whichever one you say, hey, that's me, that's what I would wear, that host will get the last point. And subsequently, they will win this episode's game of championship rounds. Coach, you ready?
Ready.
All right, 3, 2, 1.
Hold that sneaker. Oh my goodness. Oh, we're going to go with the ones. So those ones?
You want to go with the lows or the highs?
The lows. The lows.
Oh.
I wear the lows. I love the lows.
You can let that play a little bit longer, B. Jones. And I can say these 2 words thanks to Coach Cory. And new. So, Coach, when we come down there, do y'all have like metal detectors? Can I get this through the
Yes.
front door?
We do have metal detectors.
Okay, good.
We'll let you in. I know the coach. You're good.
Coach, baseline for KT. Baseline KT. You know what? All right, Coach, let's get him up out of here. We went a little long today, but we almost going home, y'all. All right, Coach, we talked about your history. We talked about the teacher that broke your dreams in the 6th grade. It started you on this journey, but now the title of the show, Sports Life Talks, you got next. What's up next for Coach Flash Cory?
My heart is in coaching, so no matter what I'm going to coach, I want to be here at York because that's where my heart is. There's so much more I want to do here, and I'm such a visionary, and I have a lot of plans for this place. I mean, there's so many things I want to do with the York University women's basketball program. My boss is supportive of me, the town, everything. So it's like I really got I feel like I finally got my feet under me. So I want to stay here and grow. But as far as, what's further down the line, who knows? For right now, it's just a day by day. I'm blessed to be able to live out my dream and coach here.
All right, Coach. Well, I know it's a lot of fans that are probably upset at me because we didn't talk any Panther basketball, Coach. We got 30 seconds left. What are KT and I gonna see when we see your Lady Panthers hit the floor? What kind of basketball are we gonna get out of this blue and white team?
You're going to see a lot of running because, again, baseline in practice all the time. You're going to see a lot of running. You're going to see a lot of pressing. You're going to see a lot of exciting, talented individuals who just make some passes that, I'm still trying to figure out how they make some of the passes that they do. So a really up-tempo, high energy, fun to watch, hardworking team. That's what you'll see.
All right, Coach, you got any shout outs you want to give?
Definitely shout outs I always like to give is my coaches. Everybody has a coach that made them want to coach. I was blessed to have multiple coaches growing up. So definitely all of my coaches. I give a big shout out to my head coach when I was in college here at York, Matthew Madole, because he's the one that literally helped put me in this head coaching position at the college level. My mentor, Missy Bruliette, who's one of the most inspirational women that I have in my day-to-day life, and she's a York University alumni, first All-American here, so she's a big deal. And the fact that she's my mentor and she's really a good friend, definitely her. And just Now I understand why you don't say names. Now I understand. but definitely my coaches growing up, Misty for sure, and then really my team. A lot of maybe people don't say it, but my team for sure. My team's the reason I get to do what I do. So all of my teams that I've had, they allowed me to do what I do. Administration at York and how supportive they are. Definitely, those are my shout outs. I just surround myself with a lot of good people. So,
all right. So this is the part of the show where you get a chance to call the person that you think should have next. Tell them, hey, I got a chance to rock with B. Jones and KT. I told them my story. I want you to do the same thing. With that said, Coach, who are you calling out? Who should have next?
I'd say Daryl Henson. He's a superintendent right now in Marlin, and just his interesting story that they got going on all over Twitter and just different things like that, being a superintendent at a young age in Texas. So definitely think he's up next.
All right, Coach Marlin. Is that his name?
Daryl Henson.
Oh, Coach Henson. Coach Henson, you are officially on the clock. We gonna tell your story your way. Season 4 is lining up to be pure heat. We can't wait to have you on the show. So we're gonna be reaching out to you very, very, very soon, Mr. Henson. And with that being said, Cory Minjarez, you got next. You are the truth. You are legendary. You are visionary. You are icon and a trailblazer. You are extraordinary and elite. You deserve a yeet. Oh, let's go. Let's get up out of here. It's been another amazing show. Thank y'all for watching another episode of Sports Life Talks. You got next. We can't tell you how much we appreciate you. The year's been great. I'm about to get a little bit emotional because I can almost hear the end of this thing, the final whistle being blown. But guess what? We get to reset, regroup, and do this all over again in 2024, the year of the Mamba. We're going to come out hot and swinging, and we got so much juice for you guys. So make sure y'all stay tuned. Hey, smash that subscribe button. Become a part of our family. Join Sports Life Talk Nation. Enjoy over 500 shows in our archives. Also, make sure you hit like. You know, we got to share this thing, share it out to all your peoples. And I'm gonna add one more thing on there. Tap in with us, lock in with us on social media. KT is working hard on our platforms. He is dropping content every single day. We drop 3 to 5 shows per week. We ain't gonna let y'all down. I promise y'all, we're gonna keep doing it big. And if you like the video, if you like YouTube, great. But don't forget, you can actually join us on our podcast version where you can listen to the smooth velvet tones of the Mouth of the South, all audible. And take You Got Next on the road, in the car, while you're doing your homework, while you're cooking. It don't matter. You can listen to us anywhere the podcasts are available, whether they be Spotify, Apple Podcasts, whatever you want to do. And if you want to be on the show, if you want to just join on the show and rock with us, we can't find every great story. I don't know how KT found Coach, but he hit a home run with this one. But if you got a story that's up next, go to our website, sltyougotnext.com. Click on the nomination tab. Tell us a little bit about who you are and why you feel like you got next. And we're going to reach out to you and give you an audition for the show. It is literally that easy, and we are very accessible. KT, man, I appreciate you, bro. Love you. It's been an amazing year. I'm feeling I'm kind of upset I lost, but it's all good. Coach ain't got good taste in sneakers. It's okay. She's still a great coach and a good people's. But let's get out of here, KT.
Coach, thank you so much for rocking with us. Whatever you need from us, please let us know, and we got your back.
Thank you so much, guys.
All right, Coach, don't you be down there playing blast too loud. Hey, Coach, last question. Like, you still young, you still got a little juice. Do you grab the ball every once in practice and say, hey, one-on-one fade, come catch this work?
One of my favorite lines to tell them is, if you want confidence, you can't play me. Like, you just can't. So still got a little bit.
Y'all can't play Coach Flash Cory, but y'all, we love y'all so much. Sports Life Talk Nation, stay safe, be blessed, respect each other, and love one another, because together we are better. And keep dreaming big, because you never know, your story may be the next one featured on Sports Life Talks. You got next. Yeet!
What's crazy is I knew you had next, cause you always working, you always grinding, you're in your bag cause you're always working. Like in due time, I knew you got next. Oh, you did it, huh? Crack the code. You got next, you smashing goals. You want next, you need exposure. Well, sports like talk out the baddest, show like the baddest. In the room, podcast to tune into just for you to talk your shit. Talk your mushroom, you are what you eat and you should consume. Sports like talk from the late night to the afternoon, then rest repeat. Hit the like, leave a comment, or subscribe so you don't miss a beat. You got next is a small taste of a winning meal from a chef type of celebrity. What's up next is you, at least you better be. Yeah, you got next, yeah. I can feel it, you're a winner just like me. You got next, and what comes next? Tune in next time and you'll see. Cause if you got next, yeah, if you got next, if you got next, then you're just like me. If you got next, if you got next, yeah, if you got next, then you know where to be. I'm talking sports life, talking this.